Time to look at how our course, Math 64, is organized within Canvas. Our course is organized by these tabs down the side. There's a Home tab, there's an Announcements tab, which the instructors will use to post announcements of interest to students. For some reason it's not showing up yet, maybe because the course isn't active yet. There's this discussions for student discussions of problems and for you to help each other. There's an Assignments tab, which has the assignments in order that need to be done. And then there's a Grades tab, which will help you keep track of your progress. So, Discussions tab. There's the Study Group, which is just like Study Hall. It's where you interact with your fellow students. There's an introduction discussion, which is required. You should do that within the first couple days, where you're going to introduce yourself to the class. When you click on that, you can read the instructions, follow the instructions carefully so you don't lose points for failing to complete the entire assignment in detail. And there are some other discussion forums here which will be mentioned when appropriate. There's the Assignments tab, which shows the assignments that are due. Here they are listed according to due date. You will see that only the first few assignments are on there. Or you can organize them by type. I would think. Okay, by type, there's exam 1 up here, will eventually be exam 2, 3, 4, and the final exam. And here are the quizzes, which are done in this application called WebWork, which we'll talk about later. And again, there's only the first 2 chapters worth, and more will be activated as the time comes. Here's your Grades tab. Probably not much going on there. Well, I guess there is. You've got all the assignments that have due dates, and as you get a score, your score will be reflected here out of 100 for those assignments. If you want to know how grades are calculated, that's what the syllabus is for. If you go to the home page, you're going to start at the course introduction, and first 2 items are information on how to log into your classroom computers and how to log in to WebWork, which we'll talk about probably the second day. Here's the introduction to the course. Here's the introduction to WebWork pages. The introduction to this course page is very important. This is where you will find the syllabus. You should click on the syllabus. Be aware of where it is. You will get a printed copy of the syllabus on day 1. There's an introduction and first task documents. You should read through that. You should work from top down through every module, through every page in the course. This gives you some tasks that you're required to do to get started in the course. There's a course schedule, which is, of course, tentative. Dates may shift a bit. And there's a how to study document, which you should read and follow. There are some videos that you should watch and work through. Some are about Canvas, some are about the nature of this course, which is different than maybe some of the others you have taken, in that it's a flipped course where active learning takes place in the classroom, and your initial contact with the subject matter will be through videos or through your own readings. That's the introduction to the course, and that's probably enough to get you started. You've got a week or so. Let's take a look at the tentative course schedule here, just for fun. How about this? How about we look at it in Canvas. Here's a little panda bear that rides this little unicycle as it's trying to render this. Okay, so I guess that's as good as it's going to get. But you will see the first exam is at the end of week 3. So you've got like 1 week to get on board with Canvas and WebWork and how the materials are organized. You've got 1 week to do chapter 1, and you got another week to do chapter 2, and you'll have an exam. You'll have 2.5 more weeks to finish chapters 3, 4, another couple and a half weeks for chapters 5, 6, same thing for chapters 7, 8, and then a final exam.